Hey, welcome to another meditation hour. It's super late here. It's like 2 a.m. and I am awake, obviously, clearly, and hopefully I don't doze off in between meditation. But I took a nap earlier, so I think I'm good. But one of the reasons why I'm awake, I guess, is because I'm trying to process some of the things which are going on in my head. And yeah, there are a lot of conflicts. There are a lot of things which I feel that is not going in the direction where I want to, and not just in my personal life per se, but also but also in the lives of the people I care about, deeply care about and love. And kind of make me wonder, how am I gonna handle all of this suffering? How are they handling all of this suffering? And also part of it is, yeah, part of it is my emotional state. I mean, like everyone else, I have, different emotional states at times. Those states are great, ecstatic. At times, those states are depressive. And I'm not saying that I'm going through a depressive phase, but for sure, I'm not um, feeling the ecstatic part of it. I know, like, there were times when I was in love with life, and at this moment, I I don't know. I don't know what life is doing, or I don't know what I'm doing with the life, rather. And I mean, I still have a bigger vision, so to speak, even though I'm not living up to that vision, at least not 100%. Um, and on top of that, the things which are happening, like I said, within my loved ones' lives is bothering me. And moreover, um, the helplessness of it, I guess. And also, at the same time, I'm helplessness, helplessness within my own life too. Um, yeah, I, I felt that, or I'm feeling rather, that I'm not living up to my own word, which is soul crushing rather, because the one thing which is in my control is to live up to my own standards. And when I'm not doing that, that's subconsciously giving a wrong message to my own um, mind, I guess. And at the same time, all the work I've been putting in for the past year or so, I'm undoing that, which is which is kind of scary. Honestly, I think that every work you do kind of raises your baseline. At the same time, if you keep on falling back, then that means you have to do more work. Um, and s- like for the past few times, I observed this within myself that uh, maybe it's out of, I don't know, uh, lack of experience, maybe, or lack of opportunities in few areas of my life as I see it, or could be some other thing, maybe wrapped around some sort of like desperation, even though I'm not like desperate for anything. But there could be like a grain of desperation But moreover, I think it's lack of experience and lack of opportunities, or the self belief around specific area. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I personally like to think that I have stronger belief or self belief in quite a few areas of my life. At the same time, there are few areas where I need to work on. I have to put in more work, and that's where I observe that fear take over, and I become sort of helpless. And I'm not blaming it on anyone or anything. It's my responsibility to raise myself out of that helplessness and work on it to become better at it. And even though I understand the theoretical side of it, when it comes down to practically implementing it, I'm coming short of where I should be or what my capabilities are. And I observe that that is causing this chaos within my mind, and that, in addition to all the other random shit going on, is creating this unhealthy, I don't know, um, life experience, I guess, because I mean, I shouldn't say unhealthy mindset because these are all temporary, at least the way I see it. But regardless, I mean, one of the reasons why I'm feeling this is because, like I said, just yesterday, I said I wouldn't do something and I did it. And that's the worst thing I can think of because it's dishonoring my own word. And it's not a minor thing where I dishonored in some sense. Like, let's just say if I said I don't know, I won't eat dessert and I ate it, so that's like a minor thing. But this was sort of a more uh, more critical. It's not extreme critical for sure, but still somewhere with the high stakes, and somewhere where I've been like putting in the work and want to cultivate uh, this habit, this pattern where I can master that specific pattern. I guess I don't want to dive into the details. That's why I'm trying to keep it general, which I tend to do most of the times, because the details are very personal, obviously, and I'm not comfortable sharing any of those. But regardless, I started feeling guilty about that earlier today, and I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing something which I know I shouldn't be doing? Clearly, there's is there something wrong with me, or I mean, that's a victim mindset, I guess. Uh, but regardless, I have to take that responsibility, and the trauma which I endured on myself and the other person, that's I yeah, that's on me too, right? And that's the guilt part, I guess. And even if I end up, like, say, forgiving myself or whatever, it's more like, am I learning from my mistakes, because I've done this before too. So it's not like I did it before, I forgave myself and I'm doing it again. So there's some more deep rooted work I need to do on that, and I gotta be very, 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 very mindful about this, going in the future, because if this is something which is making me feel bad about myself, then that means it's not healthy. I mean, clearly, I mean, you know, yeah, and that was one of the things which was bothering me, and on top of that, you know, um, I don't know. I guess I just want to do meditation so that I can, you know, maybe find a peace, um, find that forgiveness, and find that lesson and insight. And the bigger challenge would be to forgive myself more than anything else. And yeah, it's I I like to believe that I'm a kind, good person, but when I do something like these, I it kind of conflicts me from inside, and this conflict is a torture. Any conflict is a torture, I guess, but conflict of this nature is a torture where I'm like split uh, from within me, and the one side knows what is the right thing to do, the other side still do the wrong thing in that moment. And even though I may have like a good excuse to kind of, to kind of whatever to go along with that thing, that's not a good way to live. I want to cultivate this mindset and habit and healthy lifestyle where I live up to my own word, where I live up to my own standard. And I want to push my boundaries of my standards rather than crossing the boundaries of my self set limitation or self set boundaries, I guess. And that's one of the reasons why I felt hypocritical when I, try to come down here and try to say some of these things, because, when I'm failing in my own life to follow up on those things, then how can I sort of preach to the world? Even though I don't want to be preacher, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a guru, I'm not a teacher, I'm not anything. I'm nobody. And I guess I just want to live an authentic life where my actions and my words are in complete harmony, and there are no conflicts within my words and my actions and my behavior and my mindset. I want all of these to be a streamlined and you know uh, that would make me peaceful. So I guess with that note, I'm gonna get started and do my hour long meditation.